appreciate your time. This is the first of monthly Healthy Breaks that we'll be doing here for you. And this first one is called Eat This, Not That. Now there's only a few of you here, but that's good because one of you will be winning that book, right, Diane?
Yes. We're going to pull it off at the end of the month.
Are you familiar with the Eat This, Not That? Pretty self-explanatory. Written to help people make wise choices in food. And this one today is super good because it's about eating out at restaurants. Raise your hand if you eat out at a restaurant at least once a week. Anywhere? Fast food? Chili, steak and shake, anything? We do. I mean, it's a huge part of American culture. Hey, to eat out at restaurants. We're going to compare and contrast some entrees at restaurants from the fast food sort to nicer ones too. Ones where you're looking up at the menu here or ones whether they're at your table. So let's go ahead and get started. Eat This, Not That. Restaurant food, both fast food and other, is delicious, right? But it can be high in unnecessary calories, sodium, and fat. Now, when you go to a restaurant and you decide what to eat, what do you think about? What helps you choose what to have?
Usually the football team is losing in the day.
So it's an emotional thing. If it's either, okay. The price, okay, it has to be economical. What if you
I want to come out full. Like I don't mind paying for the meal, but I want to feel like I'm full.
Okay, so now quantity, quality.
More bang for the buck. That's what
Okay.
I ask. I always ask the waiter, what's the biggest bang for the buck?
Okay, are we talking about quantity?
Yeah.
Okay, well that might be a problem.
Right now, well, I mean, that's it. I want to get my money's worth. So.
Okay,
You're
ladies,
looking
what
at
about you? When you go to a restaurant, how do you choose what you will order? Is it about price? Is it about taste? Nutrition?
Taste.
Okay, something that's tasty?
Yes, me too. I think so, yes.
Yes, okay.
Friday I went to Success and I get a salad. I mean, that's what I wanted to eat.
Okay. Okay, well, we're going to take a look at some things in here, very familiar items, and I think you'll be surprised at some of the numbers. Let's go. McDonald's, right? The #1 international restaurant. Choice A is a quarter pounder without cheese versus their premium grilled chicken. Now, which do you think would be better for you?
Grilled chicken.
The grilled chicken. Why?
Please grill.
Chicken's supposed to, we always hear to stay away from the red meat, right, in the quarter pounder. Chicken's supposed to be good as grilled, not fried, so you think that would be good, right? The devil's in the details. Take a look at that chicken sandwich and tell me what you see.
I think
Is that bacon?
cheese.
Bacon, salad.
Give David a cigar. No, don't smoke. Give David a sneaker. Bacon. Hiding. Little mayonnaise creeping out the top there. We would think that, ooh, grilled chicken, this is going to be good, better than the quarter pounder without cheese. Can we see the results? 570 calories versus 410. 21 grams of fat versus 19.
Wow.
Now, little well, it's not trivia, it's important. Do you know how many grams of fat, saturated fat, you're supposed to have a day? No more than 20 to 25. A total of 60 to 65. So, that grilled chicken sandwich that looks like the better option, actually not. Check out the sodium content on that. A full 1,000 grams more sodium. So actually, you're better off getting the quarter pounder without cheese, cutting out saturated fat and salt there too.
What about a cheeseburger?
I don't know.
Plain cheeseburger.
A plain cheeseburger that's the regular size.
Yeah.
They have all their nutrition facts online. I'm sure there would be a bit of a trade-off.
Yeah.
The smaller amount of meat would be less fat and less calories, but the cheese is going to add some saturated fat and salt.
Now, why, this is my question, why are we killing ourselves with that stuff? Because, you know, McDonald's in Japan, their menu is different.
Do you know what? Because this is what people buy.
In America, right?
If Americans by and large said, you know what, we need to eat healthier, this is ridiculous, we're not going to buy this anymore, they'll quit making it. We vote with our dollars. When we choose healthier options, that's what they're going to give us.
Right.
So, next one, please.
How many grams of salt do you put down a day?
No more than 1,500, correct?
Milligram, 1,500 to 2,000
It's almost
milligrams.
impossible to eat 3 meals a day and they get less than 50.
Not impossible.
If you stay away from processed food,
Like
it becomes much more doable.
Well, foods that don't have any sodium at all, fruits and vegetables.
Like what?
Anything.
All fruits and
All
vegetables.
fruits and vegetables.
All fruits and
but
vegetables.
No
Don't
sodium.
have any salt?
Nope.
Let's go ahead to the, now here we are, Dunkin' Donuts, another American favorite. We have the ham, egg, and cheese English muffin and a multigrain bagel with light cream cheese. Which do you think would be the healthier option?
Bagel.
English muffin.
Bagel. Okay, two different votes. Is it even? Evie? Why would you say the English muffin? Or the bagel? You said bagel.
The bagel. Because the cheese is not on it, and I think the sour cream is not the sour cream, the cheese cream.
You could get,
Alright,
you
it's
could just
light.
get a plain bagel without cheese. That's it.
Okay. Is a plain bagel without cheese nutritionally a good choice?
I would
Yeah, I
think
love
so.
that. No, it's not a good choice. You're missing protein, right? You've got a whole lot of carbs there and no protein to carry you through your morning. Those carbs send your blood sugar and insulin way up, only to come crashing down a little bit later. What about the multi-grain? What do you think about that?
If it has a lot of fiber in it, it will cut down on some of the calories, right?
Well, you're right. If it has a lot of fiber in it, that's definitely better for you. But what does the word multi mean? More than
More than one.
one. So, 2 grains. They've got some dusting of something up here. I'm not sure what that is. That could be something.
It looks like sesame seed or something. Is
It
sesame?
does, some of it. And it could even be more like 3 or 4 grains. But the point is, it is not whole grain. There's a difference between multigrain and whole grain. Multi means more than one, but it could be 95% finished white flour with a sprinkling of something else. So whole grain, much better than multigrain. And the cream cheese, even if it's light, we'll see about that. Okay. Dave, you said the English muffin. Why the English muffin? Why would you choose that as a better option?
I think it's all that, when I look at the cream cheese and type of bread that is, that bagel, just taking a guess, it appears that it might be a little more higher than the calorie count.
Higher in calorie count, but
No, I'm talking about the bagel as far as
The
being
bagel.
higher in calories and
what does the English muffin have going for it that the bagel with light cream cheese does not?
Egg,
Protein.
Yeah. The egg, if that's Canadian bacon, that's going to be better for you than regular bacon. And then the cheese is going to be saturated fat. Let's see the numbers, how they shake out. 310 calories for the English muffin, even with the cheese on there. 10 grams of fat versus how many in the other?
There's sodium. There's sodium.
That's going to be coming mostly from that bacon in there and the cheese too.
Why is
Yes.
the Canadian bacon better than the American?
Canadian bacon is just a leaner cut. You know, when you buy bacon in the store, you see there's a great deal of fat in there. The Canadian bacon just comes from a more muscly part and just doesn't have that as much fat in it. But it's cured. You know, they use a lot of salt in that. That's where the sodium is coming from. Okay? Next one, Olive Garden. Endless salad of breadsticks, right? Linguine marinara versus stuffed chicken marsala. What do you think? Stuffed chicken? Okay, let's take a look at that. Chicken, does that look like that's sauteed or baked or fried?
Looks like
That doesn't look like it's fried. But it's stuffed. What do you think it's stuffed with? Spinach?
it's stuffed.
Stuffed chicken marsala. Cheese?
Marsala?
Yeah.
So it's got marsala in it?
Marsala, yeah, that's going to be the wine sauce that's
Right.
there. Okay, you're right. Take that into consideration. What's the side?
It's broccoli and then mashed potatoes.
Mushrooms?
Oh, that's not
Mushrooms?
broccoli. You're being optimistic. I believe that's a parsley garnish.
Oh.
Not even a veggie there.
Could be
This-
stuffed with cheese and sauce.
Yeah, stuffed with cheese. If it were stuffed with spinach, that would be better, but I don't think we can make that assumption.
Stuffed with
What
cheese
about
and
the
sauce.
linguine marinara?
There's no protein. Well, I
Where
mean,
would the
there's-
protein come from?
Is it meat?
Unless they're using a whole wheat noodle, which you know they're not. There in that picture, that's certainly not the way dishes come standard at Olive Garden. Got the tomatoes in there, that's good, right? What's our side here?
Bread.
Bread.
What's the matter with that?
White bread.
White bread.
White bread, and we already have the pasta, right? Yeah, this is a carbo-rama here. Let's see the numbers, how they shake out. 691 calories versus 1,315 calories.
So that
9.5
linguine-
grams of fat versus,
So the linguine is better?
Yeah.
it has fewer calories, yes. My problem with linguine is we're missing a protein
Right.
on that dish. But look at the fat. Just for that content alone, you would be better off getting this and getting a little other protein in there. 86 grams of fat.
So it's good. A good side piece of steak would be good with that?
Yeah, oh, well, hang on. That's a valid question. How large would that steak be? How large? Show me how large a serving of meat is supposed to
A little
be.
smaller than the palm of your hand, maybe?
Exactly. The palm. Now, not your whole hand.
The whole hand, just
That's
the
like,
palm.
all
Just
right,
the palm.
I can do the no. Just the palm.
Just the
of
palm
your
part,
hand.
yeah. See?
Lean.
Fine. And then my
Palm
restaurant.
of your hand, exactly. Okay, let's go on to the next. Now we are going to Chili's. Anybody frequent Chili's here? Okay. Our dishes we're looking at are chicken and shrimp fajitas versus firecracker tilapia. What are your thoughts? What's that? Firecracker tilapia looks better? Tell me, what are the sides in that dish? Broccoli and?
Looks like pepper, onions, and potatoes.
I don't know if there's, I don't know if that's
red
definitely
peppers?
peppers and onions.
Peppers
like
and onions, right?
mushrooms.
Uh-huh, and mushrooms too, you're right. How does it look like the tilapia is prepared?
With some kind of sauce on it.
Yeah, that's gonna be the firecracker something.
Firecracker sauce.
Broiled, grilled, fried, that's what they should tell you on the menu. When you look at the menu, what words should you look for? Grilled,
Fried.
to avoid.
Good boy.
That's right. Broiled, grilled, steamed, if it's fish. Let's talk about chicken and shrimp fajitas. What do you think about that? Looks like we've got some white flour tortillas, some shrimp, chicken, looks like some peppers and onions there. What's lurking up here in the northeast corner of the plate?
Looks like you got a lime,
A lime, that's
Is that a
right, our
Isn't
fruit
that guacamole?
guacamole.
guacamole. What else? It's that little white there between the tortillas.
Sour
cream.
Sour cream.
Sour cream.
And what's sprinkled on top of the sour cream? Cheese.
Cheese.
Okay, so cast your votes. Which entree do you think will be better?
Firecracker salad.
Firecracker tilapia?
I take the chicken and shrimp.
Let's see.
Oh, wow.
By a long shot. You're exactly
Firecracker
right.
tilapia.
Firecracker tilapia, 470 calories. The fish with 2 sides of veggies, much better for you. Only 23 grams of fat for dinner. That's a good, I mean, that's a plate full of food. You would be full eating that, right? Or Neil, you were talking about that.
My plate.
Look at the fajitas. Where do we go wrong there? 1,360 calories, 73 grams of fat, and a whopping 4,500 grams of sodium. Let's play a little game. Let's see if I really like the fajitas. What could you do to that to make it healthier?
Just
Drop the sour cream.
Drop the sour cream. What else?
Isn't that rice underneath the, like, with the,
drop the cheese and the
Drop the cheese.
Tortillas. The tortillas.
tortillas and the
The tortillas. Okay, how many does it look like they have on the plate there? How many tortillas?
About 3.
3 or 4? Do you think you need to eat that many to be full?
no. You can shrink that down. It's a lot.
What if you had 1 tortilla and then for the rest of it ate it without the tortilla? There's nothing to say you can't use your fork, right? Pick up a little guacamole or tomatoes with the shrimp and chicken. It doesn't have to be wrapped in a tortilla, does it?
You just take the tortillas
You
out.
can
and
still
just-
choose that and make it much healthier by leaving off the sour cream, leaving off the cheese, and not eating all of the tortillas. We're talking about balance here, right? It's not being healthy or happy, it's being healthy and happy, making it all work.
Well, shrimp is good by itself. Why do you need the tortillas itself? I usually,
That's
when I have
right,
a
you can-
tortilla, it's usually chicken or steak. Just take
Exactly,
the shrimp by
you don't
itself.
even need that.
Yeah, shrimp I can just take by itself.
Awesome. That's good for you. That's definitely a healthier choice. Let's go into our next restaurant. Starbucks.
Oh, I don't even figure it out.
Don't drink your calories. There's something,
Addicted.
drinks live and have this health halo that doesn't really serve us well. We think it's like, oh, I just had a tall coffee or whatever. Those things can be packed with fat and calories. Our choices here are a grande non-fat vanilla latte with a ham, cheese, and egg sandwich, or 2% chocolate mocha with a bran muffin with nuts. What do you think? Which one is the healthier choice?
I think, man, took us some
This one is the bran muffin with the nuts, 2% chocolate mocha. Grande is the middle size, the medium size, right? So non-fat vanilla latte, ham, egg, and cheese sandwich, you all agree? Bran muffin the better choice?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the numbers. Yow. Ouch. That one
Hey,
hurts.
I kind of thought maybe.
This seems very benign, doesn't it? It's like it's a bran muffin. It's fiber. That's good for me, right? It's not. It's not. In those muffins is a lot of oil, right? Because they're so nice and moist. Lots of sugar. There's better ways to get our fiber with fruits and veggies than buy those bran muffins. And those are not going to be as healthy as ones you might make at home. So, the 2% chocolate mocha, what do you think about that? Does Starbucks offer 1% milk? You can always ask. You could always make, if you wanted that, you could make it healthier by choosing what kind of milk. Skim milk. 1%, I don't know if they offer 1%. I wish they did. Again, here's our bacon, egg, and cheese. And that doesn't look like Canadian bacon to me. That looks like regular bacon. But even so, we're coming out at less than half the fat of the brand muffin. So be aware of that when you're choosing things. Those muffins, they're a calorie overload.
When did they start serving muffins like this?
When?
Yeah.
Oh, they've got a whole tray of devilments on the top row.
Because I used to drive a limo back in 2000, and they used to just serve, bagels and cakes and things like that. But I never saw like an egg sandwich there.
They
This must be
branched
something.
out. They actually have something that I like. It's called a protein plate that has one hard-boiled egg, a quarter of an apple, some grapes, a little wedge of cheese, and a thing of peanut butter, and a tiny little round biscuit-like thing. That would be a better bet than that for sure. Alrighty, let's head on. Chick-fil-A. Not open on Sunday. We have a chicken Caesar wrap versus a grilled chicken sandwich. How do you look at that and analyze what's going to be good, what's going to be bad? What do you think?
I would take, I guess, the wrap.
You think the wrap is better for us?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me why. What do you see in there that leads you to that conclusion?
I see some green.
You see some green. That's good. That's not a garnish this time, right? That's going to be a dark leaf lettuce,
Yeah.
right? Or maybe, let's be optimistic, maybe spinach. That would be best. Okay. Does the chicken look like it's been grilled or fried?
I think some grilled.
Grilled.
Grilled, yeah. You don't see any crispy coating on that. Probably grilled. What about the grilled chicken sandwich? We stung you on that once. Are you just not falling for that again?
Yeah, it's got more carbs, that's for sure.
Okay.
Bread.
What?
Bread.
Okay, that looks like the famous multigrain bun, right? Pickles. Do we see any bacon or anything else on there?
No.
Tomatoes,
Tomatoes, lettuce.
Is that some sort of sauce?
What's up under the bottom?
Up under the pickle?
Right? It's a wrap.
Then there's nothing cheese
They
on
put
there.
that sauce on the side.
I see the Caesar's.
I don't
Yep.
think that's in the sauce. I think that's just the grilled
That's
chicken.
it.
But that raises a good question. When a restaurant has a deluxe option for a sandwich, what does that usually mean?
It has like some kind of sauce and cheese
Cheese
and
and
bacon.
exactly. Deluxe usually means cheese and bacon, which they should call it the sodium and fat option. I mean, how would they sell it that? It's like, I'll have the grilled chicken sandwich. And would you like the sodium and fat option? No, thank you.
So
Okay, well, let's see the numbers on the wrap versus the chicken sandwich. Uh-oh.
Ha! Told you. I knew it. I knew it.
What is wrapped up in our wrap here that's ringing the bell?
The Caesar's dressing. I knew it.
Caesar.
The dressing. Caesar
Yes.
called it the dressing. That's right.
That nice goopy stuff that holds it
Uh-oh.
on.
Donuts.
Uh-oh.
No donuts
Donuts,
in here.
look at
This is the health class.
Terrible.
I should set off the poor choice alarm. The Caesar dressing in there, those dressings are laden with fat. So that's what's making that the poor choice there. The 16 grams of fat versus how much?
3.5.
What's our lesson here? Because we've seen one chicken sandwich that had a very different outcome. What's the difference between that one and this one?
No cheese, no bacon.
No bacon. Grilled chicken with lettuce and tomato.
Pickles.
Pickles. That's not gonna. That adds flavor without adding the added calories. Let's look at the sodium. 940 grams versus
1,640.
that dressing is
Dressing.
a
Killer. I knew it. Once I dressed it in the back way.
Let's move on.
Ooh,
Subway.
my favorite.
Mhm.
There we go.
Well, thanks to Jared, right? We see him standing up here with those big old pants
My
and
favorite.
fit in one leg now because he lost all that weight going to Subway. Okay, let's take a look at some of the options Jared might have had. The first one is the 6-inch tuna sub. What do we see on there besides the tuna?
Mayo.
Mayo,
Lettuce, tomatoes.
lettuce and tomatoes, okay. On white bread, looks like.
Yep.
What about our 6-inch double roast beef?
Peppers. Onions,
Yeah, banana
tomatoes.
peppers, tomato tomatoes, onions. What
lettuce.
about that double roast beef?
I don't see no meat over there.
Roast beef, it doesn't have any
Right,
sauce on it.
roast beef is a good source of protein. You're definitely right there.
I would go with the roast beef.
What's our vote? Which one do you think is the healthier option?
The 6-inch
The
roast
roast
beef.
beef? Let's see.
Call it, see?
Good choice. Good choice. This is why it's so tricky. People think tuna's good for you. You pointed out what makes this not good for you.
Because that's all I like.
The mayonnaise, they put so much mayonnaise in it, it's almost more like a soup than, how you would make it at home.
I was into
The roast beef
Cold sauce.
with no cheese,
yeah.
with all the veggies you can pack in there. I was at Subway last week and they had a huge bin of fresh spinach. Layer up the sandwich with those veggies, peppers, onions, tomatoes, lettuce, spinach, those things like that. Skip the mayo. What are 2 other ways to dress your sandwich, your sub, that would be healthier?
Mustard.
Mustard. And they've got that nice spicy mustard too if you want more flavor. What else? Vinegar and oil. Just tell them to go light on the oil. You can be a high-need customer. Your job is not to make their life easy. Your job is to take good care of yourself. So do not hesitate or be afraid to say, can you tell me how this is prepared? I ask, please have my dressing on the side. Ask questions, ask for things the way you want it, because their job is to please you. Your job is to take care of you.
Usually they ask you what you want on it. Because when
Yes.
I go there, they always ask me what I want.
Right.
And I tell them.
That's how I know like the tuna without the meal. It wasn't good because they told me. I said, oh, okay.
That's right. Skip the tuna. This is one case where the seafood option is not a healthy one. So roast beef wins. Okay, moving on. We're going to Chubby's. This used to be here.
It
I
used to
don't
be
believe
here.
this.
Not here anymore.
Not anymore.
No, they used to be over there by, where was it? Marietta area?
I know 1 or 2 locations too, but they closed down. Obviously, they're still out and about. We're looking at a tostada salad versus a Santa Fe chopped. Now, what looks like it's on the tostada salad? Evie, what do you see? There's some lettuce, chicken,
No, the little chip.
Oh, the chips, the tortilla strips? You're right, I see those in there. What else? This is Randy McPeter. Up at the top, at like 12 o'clock, I think it's shredded cheddar cheese. A few little tomatoes lurking there. What is it sitting in?
Looks like
Tortilla?
Tortilla?
The shell.
Yeah.
That's right. And what has happened to that tortilla?
Been fried.
It has been fried. So the fried tortilla shell. Okay, let's look at the Santa Fe chopped salad. What do you see there?
Lettuce,
Veggies, lettuce,
tomatoes,
carrots, tomatoes. Is that
chopped chicken, you got
an avocado slice there? Is that some corn up there too? Cucumber?
cucumber.
Do they look that different one from the other? Do they?
They're not more green on the.
More green on this plate?
Right.
Okay, let's take a look at the numbers and see how they shake out.
I caught it again. Get 'em in a row.
77 grams of fat versus 13 grams of fat.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference. And why is that?
Tortilla and one thing. Tortilla and fried
They
tortilla.
actually, I
And
think you
sauce.
should be allowed to call it a salad. It's in that fried shell. It has the tortilla, the fried tortilla
It's
strips
got the
there.
guacamole and
and
sauce.
the cheese and that. Do not be fooled by the word salad. It by itself does not mean, oh, this is healthy. I can eat all of this. You need to look and see what's going into that salad. The one on the right, the Santa Fe, has only 13 grams of fat. It's got your chicken on there, so you've got your lean protein, but it also has lettuce, tomatoes, avocado, corn, other good things. Only 13 grams of fat and less than 300 grams of sodium. Much better choice for the Santa Fe chocolate. Alrighty, let's go on. I'm sorry. Okay. Next up, macaroni grill. We've got, again, a chicken Caesar salad or a half pizza, margarita style. A margarita
No.
as a style of pizza, not as a beverage. Let's take a look at the chicken Caesar salad. What do you see there?
Yeah, very good.
Chicken.
Is it Caesar sauce on top of that?
Yes, Caesar dressing. See some mushrooms, tomatoes.
Bread, is that bread on your right?
Looks like some kind of garlic bread, isn't it?
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell.
It looks like it's a slice of white bread. I don't know if this is What about the hot margarita pizza? What do you see there?
What kind of pizza?
Margarita is a pizza that has just like the marinara and the cheese on a relatively plain kind of pizza. It has lettuce. What else does it have?
Looks like some kind of salad dressing, sauce, Caesar dressing.
Yes, and plenty of it too. Doesn't it look like? Kind of globby looking.
Yeah.
What about this?
Little croutons.
Croutons. Do we need any more bread with pizza? I don't think so. Let's take a look and see which of these bad boys is the worst.
The other one?
Again, a salad does not mean healthy. Those two words are not synonymous. What do you think is ringing the bell over here, making that 69 grams of fat? The dressing. The dressing again. And it looks like they've got quite a bit. Over 1,600 grams of sodium versus the margarita pizza, less than 650 calories, 24 grams of fat. That's even with that. Imagine how healthy this could be if you had a salad without the dressing, a chopped salad with no dressing. Surprising, isn't it?
Yeah.
Salads can be a huge, huge downfall. One more. Ruby Tuesdays. We have a 7-ounce top sirloin versus a turkey burger with fries. Now, how are we going to look at that and analyze what's what?
Turkey burger's got bread, it's got french fries.
Pickles, onions.
Turkey, what kind of, does that look like maybe a wheat bun?
Yeah.
Okay, lettuce,
Lettuce.
tomato, onions, pickles, and then beyond that, fries.
French fries.
Okay.
I'm going now.
Over on this side, we have the red meat we're not supposed to be eating as much of. What size is that?
But the palm of your hand, isn't it?
7. Is that going to be the size of the palm of your hand?
Oh no, that's a little bigger.
Yeah, so maybe, but certainly not my hand. Maybe
Right,
play
it's a little
basketball, it would be
It's a little
bigger.
bigger.
Okay, and our sides here are
Mushrooms and green beans.
mushrooms and green beans. Okay. What do you think? Yeah, beef versus turkey.
I'd say 7-ounce turkey.
I'll go with the beef.
More protein.
Protein.
Going with the beef?
The
Yeah,
French
let's
fries
see.
are gonna kill it. Yes, again.
Fine.
I'm on a roll. See that?
And, again, it would be even better if you had part of this and took part of it
And
away
fries.
for lunch the next day or something to save it. Definitely nice to have the
Have it,
veggies there.
right.
Beside 24 grams of fat versus,
Yeah, like meat.
where is that fat coming from? Second choice, the fries.
Fries. See?
The fries.
French fries are
We
the
know that a turkey or chicken sandwich without cheese and bacon, especially if it's on a whole wheat bun, that's going to be okay. Watch the things you put on it. Okay.
Huh? Yeah.
8 restaurant foods to avoid. Now we're going to start at the low end of things and work up to some absolutely astonishing facts. If it doesn't change the way you eat out, I will be surprised. Let's get going. Number 8, McDonald's Premium Chicken Selects. 830 calories, 55 grams of fat. I think, didn't Jason say that they don't make it anymore because it's such an unhealthy choice that people don't? aren't buying it, so it's not offered, but that was number 8 on our countdown. 830 calories is a lot for one part of one meal. Let's hit number 7. Pepperidge Farm roasted chicken pot pie. What's the matter with that? The crust, and especially if it has a pie crust on the bottom, that's doubly bad. Obviously, the chicken and the veggies will be okay. You just have to watch out for the crust and the sauce. 64 grams of fat. Number 6, Chipotle Mexican grilled chicken burrito. 47 grams of fat, 1,100 calories. Amazing. Number 5, a turkey burger with 71 grams of fat. I don't think that's too Bella, which means beautiful. Over 1,100 calories. Number 4, Quiznos chicken carbonara. 1,510 calories, 82 grams of fat. What's the matter with carbonara?
Sauce?
What goes in that sauce? You want to stay away from carbonara. That's a lot of butter, a lot of cream, usually some bacon too. That would account for the 82 grams of fat. Number 3, P.F. Chang's pork lo mein. How many grams of fat does that have?
126.
In one meal, you have your allowance of fat for 2 days. That's how you have to be so super careful when you're eating out, because it is so easy to undo the other good choices you made with a few poor ones here. Number 2, macaroni grilled spaghetti and meatballs with meat sauce. Anything in there sound redundant?
Awesome.
Why do you need meat sauce if you have meatballs? Or if you have meat sauce, why do you need meatballs?
Oh, look at that one.
Again, 2 days worth of fat in one meal. Amazing. And number 1, Outback's Aussie cheese fries with ranch dressing.
God.
Like 2,900 calories in your appetizer. 182 grams of fat.
So you can only eat that you should only eat that once every 3 days. and
Well,
take
never.
care.
Well,
You're
I
good.
heard somebody say it's like this would be great if you shared it with like 40 people.
Yeah.
You're good.
Eat like 2 fries.
That is.
Awesome cheese fries.
Yes.